Can you just cover it again? It's not a big deal, my brother said, leaning back like it was nothing, and my mom added, "You're the only one who can help." So I nodded once, looked at them, and said, "Not anymore," and the entire room went silent. My name is Vanessa Cole, and I'm 36 years old. I work as a financial analyst. It's a stable job with a good income, nothing flashy, nothing that turns heads. In my family, I was never the favorite, but I was always the reliable one. The one they called when bills showed up, when emergencies hit, or when someone made a mess they couldn't fix. At first, I didn't mind. It felt like love. It felt like I was doing the right thing. After my dad passed, everything shifted. I stepped in quietly, covering expenses without being asked twice. My younger brother made bad decisions. My sister jumped from one plan to another, and my mom leaned on me for almost everything. Slowly, helping stopped being a choice and became a rule. Calls changed from, "Can you help?" to, "You need to fix this." I wasn't included in family decisions, unless money was involved. I wasn't rich or glamorous, but I had something they didn't expect. I kept records. Every transfer, every message, every promise. And one day, it hit me hard. I wasn't helping anymore. I was being used. If you've ever felt like your family only values you for what you provide, hit that subscribe button and stay with me. I want to hear your story in the comments. Have you been the one everyone depends on without thanks? Click hype if you're done being taken for granted. Let's go. That dinner felt normal at first, but I could already sense where it was heading. The smell of food filled the room, but it didn't calm me. My brother cleared his throat and said, "I had a small issue with my credit card." My sister jumped in quickly. "It's nothing Vanessa can't handle." My mom nodded right away. "You've always taken care of us?" I felt something tighten in my chest. I said quietly, "I can't keep doing this." My brother sat up straight. "So now you're selfish?" My sister laughed under her breath. "All that money and suddenly you can't help your own family?" My mom leaned forward. "After everything we've been through, this is how you act?" The room got heavier. Relatives watched but said nothing. My brother pushed harder. "Just transfer it tonight. It's not even that much." I looked at all of them and realized something I had ignored for years. They didn't see me as a person. I was just a solution. I took a breath and said one word. "No." The table froze. No one expected that. I opened my laptop slowly and placed it in front of me. "Before we talk about money," I said, "let's talk about truth." And just like that, everything changed. After that night, things didn't get better. They got worse. My mom called me the next day, her voice soft but heavy. "You're tearing this family apart," she said. "We depend on you." I stayed calm. "That's the problem," I told her. "You shouldn't." She didn't like that. She kept pushing, trying to pull me back into the same role. I didn't give in. A week later, at a family gathering, my sister made sure everyone heard her. "Don't bother asking Vanessa for help anymore," she said loudly. "She's suddenly broke." Some people laughed, others looked at me with confusion. I didn't react. I just watched. Then I found out something that changed everything. My brother had used the money I gave him for things he never mentioned. Not bills, not emergencies, just careless spending. My sister had borrowed money too, and never paid it back. Worse, she told people I refused to help her, that I had changed, that I was selfish now. I stopped explaining myself. I stopped defending my choices. I started documenting everything more carefully. Every message, every call, every lie. They grew louder, more aggressive, convinced pressure would break me. They thought my silence meant I was weak. They were wrong. I wasn't backing down. I was getting ready. What they didn't know was that I had proof of everything. Every transfer I ever made was saved. Every message where they promised to pay me back was there. Every excuse, every lie, every moment they twisted the truth was recorded. I had been collecting it for years without even realizing why. Now I knew. I had a plan they never saw coming. I wasn't just cutting them off. I was protecting myself from everything they might try next. I spoke to someone quietly, someone who understood what this could turn into. The story they were building about me being selfish was fragile. It only existed because no one had seen the full picture. That was about to change. They thought I needed them. They believed I would come back, apologize, and fix things like I always did. They had no idea I was ready to walk away for good. Timing mattered. I didn't want noise. I wanted clarity. I waited for the right moment. And when it came, I was ready. The person who helped me most was someone I never expected to rely on, our old family lawyer. He had worked with my father for years and knew more about our family than anyone else. When I showed him everything, he didn't look surprised. He just nodded slowly. "This has been building for a long time," he said. He helped me organize everything properly, every record in order, every detail clear. Then he looked at me and said something I won't forget. "If you don't stop this now, they'll never stop." Meanwhile, my family kept acting like nothing had changed. My brother kept spending, assuming I would step in. My sister kept talking about me like I was the problem. My mom stayed on their side, convinced I would give in eventually. That's when the lawyer suggested a formal meeting. "Bring them in," he said. "Let's clear everything at once." I agreed. The day was set. They thought they were coming to convince me. They thought they had already won. I stayed quiet, calm, ready. The office felt cold and quiet when we walked in. My brother sat down first and said, "Let's not waste time. We need support." My sister nodded. My mom looked at me like she expected me to fix everything again. I didn't speak. The lawyer stepped in. Before anything else, he said, "We need to review some facts." He placed documents on the table, transfers, dates, amounts. My brother frowned. My sister shifted in her seat. The lawyer kept going. Messages were read out loud, promises they made, words they forgot. Then came the recordings, their own voices, clear and undeniable. The room changed. My mom looked shaken. My brother tried to interrupt. "This isn't necessary," he said. The lawyer didn't stop. "It is," he replied. I finally spoke. "I helped because I cared," I said. "You used that." Silence followed. Then I said the words I had been holding for years. "I'm done." The lawyer explained everything clearly. No more financial support, no more obligations, boundaries set and protected. My brother tried to argue, but every point was shut down with facts. My sister said nothing. For the first time, they had nothing left. I stood up and looked at them. "I'm not your bank anymore," I said, "and I'm done paying for your choices." I walked out of that office feeling lighter than I had in years. No anger, no guilt, just calm. Behind me, they were left sitting, with everything they had ignored for so long. My phone started ringing later that day. Messages came in one after another. Apologies, excuses. My mom said she didn't realize how bad it had become. My brother said he would fix things. My sister stayed quiet. I didn't answer. Not right away. I needed space. For the first time, I chose myself without hesitation. They had to face their own problems now. Without me. And that was something they weren't ready for. I started focusing on my own life again. My work, my peace, my future. I realized something. Simple but powerful. I thought helping meant love. But real love doesn't drain you until there's nothing left. The moment I stopped funding their lives, I finally started living mine. If your family ever took advantage of you financially, you already know how that feels. It's not just about money, it's about trust. Share your story in the comments. I want to hear how you handled it. Subscribe and be part of this space. Click hype to help this story reach others who need it. If this story resonated with you, please give it a like and click hype to help it reach more people who need to hear it. Your voice matters here. Share your experience in the comments. I'm reading every single one.